Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the F&G show, and we are back with another news segment and our comments about the news and our little facts that we're going to share, CRT facts, critical race theory facts on Black history at the end of this little video that we're going to talk about. Today we have what? Vaccines again. So let's listen over a glass of wine.
Almost forgot. That's right.
Costly toll behind vaccine. I'm Megan Fitzgerald. Tonight, the costly toll behind vaccine mandates. Washington State's head football coach fired for refusing to comply with the state's vaccination order, walking away from a $3 million a year contract.
Good.
And a sudden reversal from Southwest, no longer forcing unvaccinated employees to take unpaid leave. The airline says they're waiting on exemption requests to be reviewed. The news comes after recent airline disruptions, including more than 2,000 Southwest flight cancellations and...
I'm just going to pause right quick. We made it back from Hawaii just in time because a day or two after that, they started doing that. And they were like canceling thousands of, people were stranded. I'm like, I'm glad because ours got, going there, ours got bumped. And then coming back, we got bumped a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, China threw us all off. But we made it back, though.
Yeah.
But I was looking at some of them signs, which is funny to me because there's some creative people, man. No jabs for jobs. They come with some good ones, man.
Delays. The mandate battle also hitting the military. Tens of thousands of active duty U.S. service members still unvaccinated ahead of a looming deadline. Despite pushback across the nation, legal experts say private and public businesses can require vaccinations for employment.
Employees who were terminated for not complying with mandatory vaccination policy technically have been fired for violation of a company policy. In a lot of states, that can result in disqualification from receiving unemployment benefits.
In California, protests over a statewide mandate which requires all K-12 students get vaccinated, while a school in Miami who stopped vaccinated teachers from interacting with students in the spring now saying vaccinated kids have to stay home for 30 days. The school says they don't believe a vaccinated person can infect another, but says they're erring on the side of caution. Is there any truth to the fact that you can shed the virus?
These vaccines do not administer any sort of live virus whatsoever.
And across the nation, defiance over the jab at police departments. In Chicago, thousands of police officers risking their job to fight the mayor's mandate.
It's about saving lives. It's about maximizing the opportunity to create a safe workplace.
COVID is the leading cause of death among police officers for the second year in a row. But many officers across the country still holding the line.
Megan, could larger companies required to enforce a vaccine mandate be penalized if they don't comply?
Well, Lester, we are expecting official OSHA guidelines in the coming days, but we are anticipating fines for companies that don't comply with vaccination mandates or regular testing for unvaccinated employees.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. And I'm going to go back to one thing they said when they were showing the troops getting on the planes and they were saying they weren't, half of them or whatever, wasn't vaccinated.
Yeah, a lot of them not vaccinated.
I could tell you by my hand, when I was in during 9/11 attacks, they made us get the shot.
The anthrax shot?
Yeah, the anthrax shot. The reason why I'm sitting here today, because it jacked me up. But President Bush during them times said, pass the word down, if the troops don't get their shot before we go over there to war,
they're going to throw you out?
You're going to get kicked out and get an Article 15. For those who don't know what Article 15 is, that's like a felony on your record on the outside world.
Yep.
So when you hear that, you're like, well, shoot me up then. But now they got these troops, I guess they're able to say, I ain't going to take it, and they do what they're doing. But granted, the anthrax did mess me up, but it didn't mess up a lot of people. But also, a lot of people did get messed up, bone issues and stuff. But it just gets me, I don't know what, I got to find somebody in the military now to see how their vaccination stuff go, because we were made to do those things.
Yeah, when I went in, I had to take some vaccine shots. I had to take all kinds of shots before I went in the military.
Yeah, unless they're not GIs anymore, because if you a GI, you government issued. And what I was understanding was you belong to the government. So you're going to do what the government wants you to do, or you're going to get up out of here.
Oh, yeah.
But when we put you out of here, we're going to put some little paperwork on you as you leave.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what GI stand for, government issue.
I guess you're right. I don't know. I mean, I think I've talked about the vaccines before in our previous videos. I mean, I just got my booster shot yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and I'm drinking wine and I'm feeling fine.
Well, you are about an inch too shorter, but it doesn't matter. Could be age. That's why he's shrinking.
The incredible shrinking man. So, yeah, I took my vaccine shot booster, Pfizer, yesterday. And I took my other 2 shots, and I'm doing just fine.
Now, your original shot, what was it?
Pfizer.
So you had Pfizer on Pfizer?
Yeah, I got Pfizer. I'm not doing mixing and matching. No, I ain't doing none of that.
Is that the only booster that's out there, Pfizer?
No, you can get Moderna has a booster, and J&J and the other one, they have boosters too.
Teresa get her shot?
No, she didn't get hers yet. She going to wait till now. My son's not going to get a booster for J&J. He said he done. But I took it. I know some other people who took their booster. They haven't had not one single problem. So I don't know all this riffraff these people are putting out there in the ether, the internet, all the fake stuff that they're putting out there. And I'm going to say fake vaccine news that they're putting out there, all this crazy stuff that they're putting out there. You're talking to someone who had all 3 shots, and I haven't had one single problem at all. So I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know why you don't want to take the vaccine. But like I said before, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one.
Oh, yeah, that's a good way to end it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Good way of ending it. So
Right?
You got anything else, Frank, man?
Well, you're doing the Black History fact this time?
You got it.
So, for all the critical race theory people, we have a Black History fact for you about John Baptiste Point du Sable. Born 1745, he died on August 28th, 1818. So what did he do? He was born in Santo Domingo, Haiti, but the actual date is unknown. He was a frontier trader, a trapper, farmer, entrepreneur, peacekeeper, and protector of Native Americans. Founded a settlement that later became the city of Chicago in 1779. Yes, he founded the city of Chicago. Well known for trading goods throughout Midwest, expanded his cabin to a trading post, which later became a small community with a church, school, and store. His commercial buildings, docks, a mansion house with fruit orchards and livestock in 1776. So he was doing pretty well for himself. John Baptiste Point du Sable. Very good stuff. And I didn't know anything about his creation or his settlement in Chicago in 1779.
So now we know.
And you know.
Now you know. That's right. So on that note, we're going to get up on out of here, ladies and gentlemen. It's the F&G Show.
The F&G Show.
Over a
Glass of wine. And we are out.